This is the operation video for the 2700 and 2750 PrecisionCut and E-Cut hybrid triplex mowers. Designed to provide consistent quality of cut, regardless of the operator, with improved ease of use and advanced supervisory controls. We will show you how to operate the triplex mowers correctly and safely. Remember, you're responsible for your own safety and also the safety of those around you. Safety should always be top of mind when operating the triplex mowers. As safety starts with you, make sure you're wearing proper clothing like heavy work shoes, long pants, safety glasses, and hearing protection. Always wear your seatbelt when operating the triplex mower or any equipment with a rollover protective structure. Since we won't cover everything in this video that you need to know, please read the printed operator's manual for additional safety and machine operation information before mowing with your triplex mower. For operator manuals in other languages, please contact your distributor. Now, let's get started. Let's start by going over how to operate your mower. When getting on or off, enter from the left-hand side. The ROPS can be used as a handhold while stepping up onto the machine. Buckle up before operating and make sure it's a snug fit. Adjust the seat fore and aft. Adjust for lumbar and tilt. Adjust for weight. And finally, adjust the steering wheel and steering column to your desired position to ensure maximum comfort. No tools required. Now, let's look at the tech control display, located on the command arm for easy operation. Here, you'll see the fuel level of the machine and the currently selected operating mode. This mode determines the allowable ground speed of the machine. Let's review the different modes. This is the icon for park, which means the parking brake is engaged. This is the icon for transport, which means the PTO is off and the parking brake is off. This is the icon for mow, which means the PTO is on and cutting units are lowered for mowing. This is the icon for turn speed, which means the PTO is on and cutting units are raised. And finally, this is the icon for load match, which automatically adjusts your speed when mowing heavy grass. The mower setup menu is where the supervisor will manually configure reel modes, engine modes, adjust turn speed, adjust transport speed, enable cruise control, enable cleanup pass, and more. Plus, Tech Control is a passcode protected system that allows the supervisor to configure and control nearly everything for each operator that uses it. If your machine is having problems, Tech Control is where you'll be notified. You'll see a diagnostic icon appear with details, along with a corresponding icon indicating the level of severity, from stop to warning. If the hydraulic oil temperature icon comes on while mowing, you should stop the machine and make sure cutting units are off. Then, let the engine idle to cool the hydraulic oil. If the engine oil pressure icon light comes on, shut off the engine to avoid serious damage. If the battery icon comes on, it means the battery isn't charging. Drive back to your designated maintenance zone and have the problem checked out. If the hydraulic oil filter pressure indicator icon comes on, the hydraulic filter is restricted and needs replacing. If the engine temperature icon turns on, pull over and let the engine idle to cool down. For any of these problems, make sure you notify your technician as soon as possible so proper service can be performed. Near your tech control display on the command arm, you'll see your raise lower lever, key switch, light switch, and mow transport switch. At your feet, you'll press the left pedal to go forward and press the right pedal to reverse. The farther you push them, the faster you'll go in whichever direction you're going. To your left, you'll see the parking brake. To engage it, pull the brake lever toward the rear of the machine. To unlock, push the brake lever toward the front of the machine. In emergency situations, slowly pull the brake toward the rear of the machine until the vehicle comes to a complete stop. When getting ready to mow, Always start with a walk-around inspection. Make sure hardware is tight and shields and guards are in place and in good condition. If you notice anything missing or damaged, make sure the necessary adjustments are made before mowing. Check underneath for oil, fuel, or coolant leaks as well. Make sure to check tire condition and pressure. Your operator manual lists recommended air pressure for each tire. Before starting the engine, check the oil level with the dipstick. On the 2700 models, this is located on the left rear side of the machine. On the 2750 models, this is located under the seat. And while the oil is still cold, make sure to check the hydraulic oil level. Are your levels looking low? Top them off, or have a service technician address this before starting to mow. Next, check and clean the radiator and hydraulic oil cooler. On the 2750 models, the radiator is located under the hood, while the 2700 models are air-cooled and do not have a radiator. The oil cooler on the 2700 PrecisionCut is located under the hood of the machine, while on the 2750 PrecisionCut, it is located under the cover on the left side of the machine. There is no hydraulic oil cooler on the E-Cut hybrid models. Make sure to check the coolant level on the 2750 models. And it never hurts to take one more glance at your fuel gauge to make sure you're set to get through the day. Now, we're ready to go. To start your Triplex mower, you have to have the PTO switch disengaged and the parking brake engaged. Turn the key to the run position. Wait for the operator screen to display tech control. Then, turn the key to start the engine. Let it run a few minutes to warm up. Remember, training is important. If you're new to operating the Triplex mower, practice operation in an unobstructed area under the direction of a qualified operator before mowing. If you're transporting, make sure to raise the cutting units with the raise and lower lever. Always transport at a slow and easy speed. Do not drive or mow over ground where traction or stability is an issue. Avoid rough ground whenever possible. Use extreme caution when transporting or operating near slopes. Go straight up slopes, not across. Avoid quick stops and reduce speed on grass if it's wet. Maintain a buffer area at least as wide as the machine between hazards, drop-offs, embankments or bodies of water, and the mowing area. Now that we're at the mowing site, we're ready to start operating the cutting units. After shutting off the machine and engaging the parking brake, inspect the cutting units with gloves on to check for wear or damage on the blades. If there's anything wrong, talk with your technician to make adjustments before mowing. When you're ready to mow, climb aboard, adjust your seat, steering wheel, and steering column, and fasten your seat belt. Start the engine and disengage the brake. The different modes and speeds programmed into the tech control by the supervisor will engage automatically as different functions are selected. Remember, if cutting units are lowered to the ground before you engage the mow transport switch, the cutting reels will not rotate. The operator can engage the reels by pushing forward on the raise and lower lever after the mow transport switch is flipped to mow. Now, flip the mow transport switch to mow. When engaging the PTO with the brake off, tech control will automatically go into the engine mode programmed by the supervisor. Lowering the cutting units automatically switches the machine to mow speed. Lifting the reels will automatically switch the machine to turn speed. And disengaging the PTO will automatically switch the machine to transport speed. In transport, the auto pedal, foot pedals, control both engine and travel speed. Now, let's slowly begin moving forward. Push the raise and lower lever forward to lower the cutting units and to start the cutting reel rotation. You'll notice the front cutting units lower to the ground before the center cutting unit. Due to the mechanics of the lift system, the front roller contacts the ground first when the cutting units are lowering. Always mow at safe speeds. Moving too fast can be dangerous and results in a poor cut. Stay alert for people that could possibly enter the mowing area. And in an emergency, you can quickly stop the cutting reels in 3 ways. Either lift the reels by pulling back on the raise and lower lever, disengage the mow transport switch, or engage the parking brake lever. When everything is safe, either disengage the parking brake or engage the mow transport switch, then raise and lower the cutting units to begin cutting again. As you're mowing, keep an eye on the quality of your cut. This is to make sure your mower is cutting correctly. Pay attention to the machine as you're mowing and watch for hydraulic oil leaks. This can kill grass. If you see a leak, stop mowing, turn off the engine, and contact your technician. To ensure the quality of your work while mowing perimeters, engage Cleanup Pass mode. With the PTO on and the brake off, Tech Control will display the Cleanup Pass mode icon. Activating this mode reduces travel speed for when you need to perform a cleanup cut. When you're done with your cleanup cut, disengage by lifting the reels. This will stop the Cleanup Pass mode and go to Turn Speed mode. Or you can deactivate it using the Tech Control panel and return to normal mow speed. When you're done mowing and back at your designated maintenance area, make sure you're on level ground. Set the parking brake, lower the cutting units, and allow the engine to idle for a short time to cool. Then turn the engine off and remove the ignition key. Your Triplex mower's grass catcher baskets can be removed. Lift the catcher from the brackets, applying slight forward pressure towards the seat to help disengage the hooks. Lift upwards to remove the catcher basket. Now you can empty the grass from the catcher. Then reinstall it by lowering the hooks onto the brackets, ensuring that the hooks are seated. Repeat these steps for the other baskets. After cutting, you should clean the cutting units every time. Use low-pressure water to wash grass clippings away, and make sure the cutting units are properly greased. Do not use a high-pressure washer, as this could force grease out of the bearings and actually damage some parts. Finally, be careful to not get cold water on a hot engine block. When you're done washing, grease the reel bearings to help purge debris and water from these critical bearings. Other weekly lubrication should be done according to the operator's manual. Also, it's never a bad idea to refuel at the end of the day. It'll make your next mow a little easier. Be sure to read the entire safety section of the operator's manual before mowing. The Triplex Mower Series was designed for easy service. Please refer to your operator's manual for oil and filter change intervals. If you're using diesel fuel, please refer to the operator's manual for more details. The Tech Control display has service timers to alert you when the engine and hydraulic oils need changing. If you're alerted that your hydraulic oil is low, open the engine hood and check the oil tank. If the oil level is below the hash-marked area, add oil to bring it up to the proper level. Check the operator's manual for locations and intervals for all lubrication fittings. If you're operating a 2750 model, check the air filter restriction indicator periodically and check it daily in dusty conditions. This indicator tells you the air filter is working. An air filter will last longer and work more efficiently if you replace it only when the indicator reaches the red zone. The radiator uses a 50-50 mix of ethylene glycol and clean water. Dirty or incorrect radiator fluid can damage the engine block. The John Deere 2700 and 2750 PrecisionCut and E-Cut hybrid triplex mowers are designed to provide premium cut quality regardless of the operator, offer improved grass catcher accessibility, and reduced operating costs. That's further enhanced by the proven advanced Tech Control system. With proper operation and regular maintenance using genuine John Deere parts and lubricants, you'll get years of service from your machine. The information provided here is only an overview. Be sure to read the entire operator's manual before operating, servicing, or making any adjustments to your mower. And most importantly, always think and act with safety in mind. If you have any questions or problems, contact your local John Deere distributor. Thank you.